People of San Francisco, I'm proud to introduce the Honorable Mayor of San Francisco, London Breed.
I'm first? You're first. All right. Well, first of all, thank you all so much for coming out here. As you know, thousands of people take Caltrain in and out of San Francisco every single day. In fact, since 2009, we have seen ridership increase on Caltrain by 76%. And we know that this is a location where we have at least 8 Muni lines that frequent this neighborhood. As people move around in an effort to get to their train, get to their bus, hop on a bike, walk around, move around, we have to continue to develop safe transportation networks so that people are able to move around safely in San Francisco. And so the improvements here today that we are excited about do just that. It allows for people to get around safely, which is clearly what we care about the most. As our city grows, as more people are working in San Francisco who are coming from all parts of the Bay Area, we know that we're going to have a more crowded city. And making sure that people could use different modes of transportation in order to get around safely is critical. Whether it's by bicycle, whether it's by jogging, whether it's by scooter or vehicle or what have you, our ultimate goal is safety. And that's why we are committed to moving forward the kinds of changes to our infrastructure that will ultimately lead to what the goals of Vision Zero are all about. No fatalities on our streets. We know in 2019, we had about 29 people who died on San Francisco streets. And in fact, this year, we have already had 2 deaths. And that's 2 deaths too many this year. So we have to do more. Last year, I set a goal of doing 20 miles of bike lanes throughout the city. And so far, we're at 7.5 miles of those dedicated bike lanes. So we definitely are well on our way to meeting that goal. This is not about pleasing one group over another. This is about public safety. It's about making sure that no matter how you're trying to move around San Francisco, you know you can do it safely. San Francisco is changing. And we want to make sure that people are moving around in a way that provides an opportunity for us to feel safe and secure. So I'm excited about this project. It looks great down here. The streets are all clean and smooth and paved, so your bus ride won't be bumpy, at least in this section of Townsend. And so I want to thank SFMTA for their leadership. I want to thank the San Francisco Public Works Department for the work that they've done to move this project forward quickly, along with other projects in San Francisco that we have seen improvements on. I want to thank Walk SF and the Bicycle Coalition and just really a lot of the folks who have advocated for improvements that ultimately are going to lead to a better experience for all of us here in San Francisco and also ultimately saving countless lives. Thank you all so much for being here today.
I would next like to introduce Alaric de Graffenried, the Acting Director of the San Francisco Department of Public Works. Alaric.
And thanks, Jeff, and thank you, Mayor Breed. As is great, and be out here this morning. It's a beautiful day. Just wanted to, as I stand here, this is as amazing project. It just if it shows us what we as a city can do. This is as an area of the city that's traveled a lot by folks coming off buses, bicycles, skateboarders, and things like that. And it's taking all of those as communities to come together with the city and to make this project happen. It was a cruise from as Public Works and the Urban Forestry and Cement Shop and constructed this as this island as we're on right now. They built in the bus pad and the loading zones and things like that. Overall, it was and the workers and for Public Works laid 1,300 tons of asphalt on this project, and along with every 750 every cubic yards of concrete. And to keep in mind, though, this was a project that was not done by just Denver Public Works. It was a collaboration that involved as our partners for MTA, our partners with and the San Francisco Bike and the Coalition, along with a walk in San Francisco. So again, I just want to say thank you all for being here today. And Public Works is ever happy to be part of this ever celebration. Thank you all.
And next up, we have Claire Amable from our partner at the San Francisco Bicycle Coalition. Claire.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Claire Amable. I'm the new Tenderloin Soma community organizer for the San Francisco Bicycle Coalition. For the last 5 years, I've worked on transportation and pedestrian safety issues and advocacy in District 6. I grew up in the Tenderloin. I currently live in the South of Market. And traffic safety is something that is super important to me because I know firsthand what it's like to bike, to skateboard, to walk on streets that do not have the proper infrastructure for those things. It's not safe, and these communities deserve better. Townsend is one of the most important streets in Soma for biking, walking, and transit. With bus lines connecting to the busiest Caltrain station in the system, Townsend serves as a critical bicycle and pedestrian connection to get through Soma and beyond. When this project was under threat of a years-long delay, former Supervisor Jane Kim led the push to make sure the city didn't drop the ball on it. So we're thrilled that today we get to celebrate these improvements that we got to win together. Before these changes went in, people were walking in the street because there was no physical sidewalk in place, while people biking had to compete with buses, Ubers and Lyft drivers dropping off and picking up passengers in the unprotected bike lane. And now, for the first time ever, there is dedicated, safe, and welcoming spaces for people to bike and walk. A block-long boarding island that we are standing on next to Caltrain helps separate the chaos of pickup and drop-offs while fully protecting the bike lane. This is smart design that will make this street so much more inviting and will encourage more people to walk, bike, and take transit in one of the busiest and densest neighborhoods in San Francisco. What we've learned is that when we set the bar high for city planners, we know they can rise to the challenge and deliver. We want to deeply thank the hardworking staff at the SFMTA, SF Public Works, and certainly the political leadership of Supervisor Matt Haney to see this project through to construction. And speaking of setting a high bar, we want to thank Mayor London Breed for bringing these improvements to Townsend Street and for pushing the SFMTA to deliver 20 miles of newly protected bike lanes within the next 2 years. We will continue to work with you all, our community stakeholders, other city departments, and most certainly our membership to make streets safer for pedestrians and people on bikes. Thank you all so much. And now I'd like to introduce the next speaker, Jody Medeiros, the Executive Director for Walk San Francisco. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Mayor Breed, Director Tumblin, Interim Director Grafin Amable, and Claire Amable, and all of our partners at the San Francisco Bicycle Coalition. My name is Jody Medeiros, and I'm the Walk San Francisco's Executive Director. And I am standing at one of the places in San Francisco where there are huge numbers of people walking every single day. Yet for so long, it's been incredibly dangerous for pedestrians. No sidewalks, mixing with cars, and just unable to get to the Caltrain station where we heard have so many buses and trains and people moving about the Bay Area. Today, Townsend is making an important step towards great safety for the thousands and thousands of people every day. I want to give the SFMTA a huge thank you for bringing smart safety solutions to life and doing it very quickly. We want to encourage them to keep it up. We know that this can be done, so how can we do this more often? Because there's no time to waste in ending severe and fatal traffic crashes. As Mayor Breed said, we have a goal of Vision Zero, and this is to end all fatalities and serious injuries in the next 5 years. There are so many more areas like Townsend where thousands of people walking every single day need to be made safe ASAP. We need to be creating the streets that put people and safety first, and this is the reality for San Francisco. Thank you to all the staff at the SFMTA, the Department of Public Works, the Mayor's office, as Claire said, Supervisor Jane Kim's office, Supervisor Haney's office, who is part of this important project to keep us all safer. Thank you so much.
My name is Jeffrey Tumblin, and I am the Director of Transportation for the San Francisco Municipal Transportation Agency. I am so proud of my entire agency and the staff at the San Francisco Department of Public Works, who collaborated together across many disciplines. The planners, the engineers, the work crews representing a dozen different trades: concrete, asphalt, signage, striping. Almost all of our crews here work together in order to advance a quick build project, which for the first time has been designed to accommodate every single mode of transportation. I am frankly very proud of the strange design decisions that they've made. For example, right here, the curb work that was necessary to allow us to save over $5 million and about 2 years of delay that would have been required to move these utility poles out of the way. This is a quick build project. We moved quickly. Everyone worked together and we delivered this as a city family. This is phenomenal work that is going to serve thousands and thousands of San Franciscans in a part of the transportation network where every single mode of transportation comes together. Caltrain, private regional buses, public regional buses, muni buses, light rail, pedestrians, bikes, scooters, micromobility, and in fact the entrance to our central subway, which will be opening in about a year and a half from now. This is amazing work, and I hope this is considered the pilot for another 5 years worth of intensive multimodal quick build work that we owe deep gratitude not only to the staff of both agencies, but also to the phenomenal political leadership at the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, and particularly from Mayor London Breed. I'd now like to invite you all to join us to cut the ribbon for this beautiful, glorious sidewalk and bus boarding island. Mayor, would you like to lead us?
Bye.